Hi, John Kavakis here, and this is my take on Toy Car Geeks' new line of JDM models. And you're going to want to see these models. They're fantastic. But let's talk about Toy Car Geek for just a second. Owned by Dave Gilbert. A lot of you folks know Dave. He's been around the hobby for a while. He made his first sales on eBay in January of 2019, and there was no looking back after that. So he now represents about 24 different makers. He buys cars from the manufacturers. He buys them from the distributors. He buys vintage models from other collectors and from estates. So, you know, if you're looking to sell models, you ought to contact him and see if he's interested. But here's the big news with Dave. With everything that's going on in the hobby, he's gone in all in. He's jumped in with both feet, and he's opened up a brick and mortar shop. It's in Nashville, Tennessee. We're all excited about it. I hope to be able to give you a first-person look at it sometime in the next 2 weeks or so and do a little interview with Dave. Absolutely fascinating character. So it's not a typical retail establishment in that he doesn't have regular hours. If you want to see what Dave has, you have to make an appointment to go in and see him. Now, that makes sense because most of his time is devoted to his online sales. But a visit to his showroom will be worth your while. I'll tell you something, there are things he has in his showroom, and I'm going to be able to show some of them to you in a while. There are things he has in his showroom that are only available in his showroom. And, you know, if you're looking for one-offs and, you know, that hard-to-find model and everything, and you're in Nashville, you're going to want to stop in and see Dave. You just got to give him a call first before you go by. He'll be happy to meet you at the facility. Okay, so let's talk about the models that I came here to tell you about. They are JDM models, Japanese domestic market models, modeled after cars that were readily available on the Japanese market. They've got all of the hallmarks, right-hand drive, mirrors out on the edge of the bumpers. So they're beautiful models. But first I want to talk to you about the packaging. Now, these are iconic models. You're going to love them, but they've done something a little bit different. And so the packaging comes in 3 pieces. There's an outer shell, which is reusable. You don't have to destroy it to open it. There's a cardboard backing. And then there's the plastic cover. Now, the base is a decent base. It's a quality base. It's got a label in the front telling you, photo-etched label, telling you what the model is. And the cover fits on there nicely and securely. It's really a cut above for this price range. And the price range is something that just blew me away. They're $39 each. $39 plus shipping. Now, you know, that's right there with some of the subscription models we've seen. It's right there with some of the part works we've seen coming out of Europe. And you don't have to pay the postage. You go from France or Italy or England or whatever. Dave's got them right there in Nashville, Tennessee. So I want to take a look at each one of the models and give you an idea of what the details are. We'll get them on the turntable. I guarantee you're going to love them, but they have some things in common that you're going to pay attention to. The finish is absolutely superb. A cut above, again, for this price range. The wheels are absolutely excellent. So wait till you see the wheels. They're highly detailed. And the trim and the badging on the cars is minute. I mean, they're playing way above their pay grade. So let's take a look at each of the models, and then we'll get back and talk a little bit more about it. Okay, so there they are. Now, the big question everybody's going to have is who makes these? Oddly enough, I have that question too. And so Dave and I have been trying to figure it out. But the outside packaging says Hatchet. That's a name we're familiar with. If you look at the model close enough, take it off the base, there are three names on the bottom. RR Box with a double X. Almost Real, some of you may be familiar with them, very highly detailed, very value priced models, and Sam's models, which I haven't heard of before. So maybe one of those makers, maybe they all make them. You know how these conglomerates over in Asia and sometimes in Europe get together and share molds and that sort of thing. Well, I think they're all coming from these companies that are labeled here. But whatever they call them, they're a really fantastic value. $39 is an absolute. This might be one of the best buys that I've seen on the market. These models are absolutely exquisite, and you need to check them out. So you can contact Dave at toycargeek.com. That's his website. You ought to go there and take a look at everything he's offering. You can see him on Facebook. He's got several pages on Facebook under Toy Car Geek, Dave Gilbert, or you can find him on eBay. His eBay seller ID is Toy Car Geek. So that's my take on Toy Car Geek's JDM models, the new diecast that I just think is a fantastic buy. Thanks for tuning in. Do me a favor, before you leave, if you enjoyed the video, give me a like down there in the right hand corner. I'd love to hear your comments. Dave would too. You can comment by clicking on the YouTube icon in the right hand corner. That'll take you over to the channel where you can leave your comments, or if you're already on the channel, then you already know where that is. So we got a lot of stuff coming. I've got some more exciting news coming from Dave that I hope to be able to share with you sometime soon, and I'm hoping to get down to Nashville to see him in person. So thanks for tuning in. I'll be back again soon.